profe, ¿cómo estás? Como siempre, un gusto conversar contigo, agradecerte por la disponibilidad. Lo primero, Luchi, sería saber tu balance de lo que fueron estas dos primeras semanas de mucha intensidad, de mucha exigencia del plano futbolístico y también emocional por el peso específico de los partidos. Obviamente, primero una grandísima presentación ante el LAFC en un marco hermoso en Levi's y un Cali clásico que, si bien se perdió, tú ya habías comentado el domingo que había muchas cosas por rescatar dentro de lo que se tiene que mejorar. Gracias.
Sí, mira, es normal. Es importante quedar tranquilo y claro en las cosas que hacemos bien y cómo trabajamos bien, y al mismo vez ser críticos, ¿no? Y querer mejorar y desarrollar cosas donde tenemos la potencia, la alta potencia, donde no hemos enseñado consistencia o alto nivel en momentos claves y donde podemos y tenemos toda la potencia. Pero como tú dijiste, con el LAFC en casa, en un ambiente muy, muy lindo, los chicos respondieron bien y ganamos un partido y jugamos bien contra un muy buen equipo, mucho talento, y colectivamente es uno de los mejores en la liga y en la historia de la liga. Pero claro, decepcionado en el partido contra Galaxy, donde ellos nos meten un gol de pelota parada segundo tiempo, y al final, cuando queremos empujar, ¿no? Nos meten el segundo gol y bueno, no bajamos la cabeza, seguimos al final y metemos un gol, pero era muy tarde y para nosotros una decepción, porque tuvimos la oportunidad de ganar 2 partidos seguidos contra rivales de California, y sería algo importante para nuestros fanáticos y nosotros mismos, pero no se dio y vamos a aprender y seguir trabajando para mejorar y hoy tenemos otro clásico con el LAFC, un equipo que recién jugamos, como tú dijiste, hace 2 semanas, y va a ser un partido muy difícil en cancha de ellos, y ellos van a tener su motivación. Claro que ellos tienen varios partidos, varias competencias, pero nosotros sabemos que es un partido muy, muy difícil, y ellos tienen su talento y van a querer responder contra nosotros, pero nosotros somos buen equipo. Nosotros también respondemos. Nosotros queremos mejorar el performance que hicimos contra Galaxy, mejorar defensivamente, mejorar en nuestro ataque, mejorar en nuestra mentalidad, cuando las cosas a veces no jugamos tan bien, pero al mismo vez pudimos empatar el partido hasta el minuto 90. O sea que así es el fútbol, así vamos a aprender y seguir trabajando para mejorar.
Luchi, la segunda sería, naturalmente el fanático piensa de la siguiente manera y no se le culpa porque tiene otra visión. Los Quakes le hicieron un partido brillante al LAFC y eso quiere decir que 2 semanas después ya tienen la fórmula para frenarlos. Pero esto es fútbol, las cosas son cambiantes, ahora se juega de visitante. Como técnico, Luchi, ¿qué marco referencial tomas de ese primer partido, o es muy delicado darle mucho peso a lo que ya pasó?
No, mira, hay buena referencia, saber que podemos contra un gran equipo, pero al mismo vez saber que va a ser, ellos van a seguro hacer cosas diferentes o mejores, y nosotros queremos hacer cosas mejores. Acabo de mencionar que en Galaxy no jugamos a nuestra potencia. Nosotros estamos molestos que no jugamos un partido a nuestra potencia, nuestra capacidad en nuestro último partido, y queremos mejorar eso, responder. Y esta liga te da esas oportunidades. Si tú ves esos partidos la semana pasada con Seattle, Houston, Austin, Dallas, cualquier cosa puede pasar en el día, en la noche, y queremos prepararlo mejor para responder nosotros mismos, para mejorar y saber que es contra un oponente que acabamos de jugar, que van a salir con sus mejores, y nosotros queremos hacer lo mismo. Y yo tengo mucha fe en nuestro grupo, yo tengo mucha fe en cómo trabajamos, y Y yo creo que todavía somos un equipo donde no hemos enseñado consistencia o nuestra potencia cada semana, semana a semana. Y estamos con mucha motivación para mejorar eso.
Thank you, Luchi.
Gracias, profe.
Thank you. Let's now switch to English and go with a question from Jamin Moore.
Hey, Luchi. Apologies for my tardiness today. So LAFC, obviously a team that you've just recently faced, and I think you got a good sense for the danger that they provide now. They had the share of the possession in the game. They doubled the number of shots that they took. You beat them on XG due to a couple big chances, but ultimately, what do you think is going to be different in terms of the way LAFC will try to engage with you in when they're at home? And is it, or do you expect more of the same? Thank you.
Yeah, give me 10 seconds. Yeah, look, I was saying in Spanish something really similar, that it's not common you play the same team within 2 weeks, right? And so we recognize that, and it's a great opportunity. When you play a team that's one of the best in the league, it's a great opportunity to be tested, and you have to beat the best to try to be the best. So we're in a process. We're trying to just show progress. We had a good performance against them here in Levi's and with a great environment, and it was a difficult game, but I'm proud of our effort, and at some point could have gone either way, but we found a way. So we know there's going to be adjustments. We know they're going to make adjustments here. We're going to make adjustments, and in terms of knowing that we're going to expect a harder game in their stadium with a great environment, but they have, it's not common, but they have lost at home. It's not an impossibility, that's for sure. And I believe in our group to respond. Our last game was a loss at Galaxy, so we're not happy with that. We didn't perform to our standards, and we still almost could have tied the game at the end until they scored the second. And I know we keep working and we keep improving things and trying to respond from the last game, that we're going to be a better team also to face LAFC. So we have all that potential. So it's something that we know. We're not going to underestimate how difficult this game is going to be, right? But we also don't want to underestimate ourselves and what we're capable of doing. And we want to get better. We didn't win our last game. We're not happy about that. We want to do something about it, and the next opportunity we have is to prepare against LAFC.
This next question comes from Fabian Renkel. He asks, Luchi, can you please tell us about your thoughts on Cade Cowell and Nico Shakir representing the United States in the U20 World Cup, and what does that mean for them?
Yeah, very proud. Obviously, both kind of different situations. Cade is a 03, so it is the age group of the U20s. There was a clear kind of communication up to 2 months ago in terms of the plan for him to join, and when would he join, how would he join, and I think all the communication has helped a transition from him leaving us and then joining the 20s. And then Nico, is an 05, playing with 03, 04 age group in the U20 World Cup competition, which is also unique in itself. And his call-up was later due to adjustments in the roster of the 20s, and we supported it. And we just got him back from injury. He just made our last 2 rosters, got on the field for the first time. So timing's not ideal for us in terms of his return and his rhythm and competition for San Jose, but it is also still something he's worked hard to earn that opportunity, and we think if it's good for him and his development and representing our country in the 20s, it's good for San Jose. And same goes for Cade. We know Cade is in a place where they're really proud to represent our country and play in an international competition, and get that experience. And it's good for them, and it's going to be good for us as a club, and we're proud, and we support it. And, you know, we're going to always take it case by case. It's not some blanket policy in our decision making for guys on youth national team or senior national team experiences, but you know, my background is also representing the U.S. in the 17s, 20s level. I did it at the senior level as a coach. So, and not just U.S. You know, any of our players getting called to international duty is something we take a lot of pride in, and we believe by them doing well with us, they'll get opportunities with the national teams, and doing well with those national teams is going to prepare them to be at their best for San Jose.
And one final question as we go back to Jamin for a second.
Thanks for taking a second, Luchi. So I wanted to dig into Nico a little bit. I was already prepared to ask you a question about you know, him joining late, and I think you just kind of answered that. But you know, in terms of how you see him, you know, fitting into the team, I think fans are really excited from the glimpses that they got to see last season. And you got to see, you know, him have him a lot for preseason, obviously. You know, how do you see his role developing going forward, both for this season and just kind of beyond? You know, is he that person who's going to be competing with like Jamiro for some time, Jackson Ewell for some time? Do you see him as interchangeable between like more of an 8 and a 10 type role? Do you think he has other potential places he can fit in? Just kind of curious as to what you see as you know, the long term here for Nico. Thank you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, Nico had a really good preseason. Obviously, he made an impact on the first team level last season, at the end of last season, in some great environments, you know, and showed courage to play under pressure at such a young age and impact and help the team compete. So he carried that on in preseason, and definitely in our midfield competition, showed that in the preseason, like I said, and then, you know, picks up an injury before our first game of the season, and, you know, and unfortunately has kept him out last few months, and it's been difficult to recover from, but he's close. He's almost there at 100%, and he's getting his rhythm, he's getting his fitness, he's getting his confidence back. It's been great to have him in training the last 2 weeks, and on the roster and compete in the competition. So he's definitely really important to us in our competition to achieve the goals we want to achieve this season. Nico's definitely in our plans, and at a young age making an impact in a positive way for the team. And you mentioned, you know, that kind of 8-10, yeah, he can definitely be interchangeable between those two midfield positions, but he also has the ability to play like, you know, a false winger or an inverted winger, you know, because he can be a player between the lines as a winger. He can create in and around the box. So he can complement and help in different positions. And you know, we miss him. We miss him a lot, and we're proud of him. And we're going to miss him here longer, you know, because of his presence with the U20s. But, you know, we'll have him back soon, and he'll be in our competition soon. And we look forward to that. And I think that'll help us reach our best.